Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Matt.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Got it. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me big grip. Big grip.
Lock now on first down. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And let's look quickly here at the Denver offense.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs? Because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
On second down, it's Lindsay. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Faking the give to Lindsay. Here's Locke. Going for it all. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. He was, without a doubt, one of the catalysts in that victory.
And he can really be the glue that makes this offense go, because when defenders have to commit to stopping him, that just opens up more opportunities in the passing game.
On second down and 4, Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now Carr. Aguilar has it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Carr got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Again, it's Carr. Completes it to Aguilar. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the defensive side of the ball here, the starters for Denver. They've certainly had their struggles against the run. The 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
Now Carr able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people, right? Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. After the turnover, here's Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Right after after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Lock now on 1st down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a 1st.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, pick your game up.
Play action. Now it's Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. This is caught. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Locke. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Get him, boys. Yeah, that's how we do this.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to them quickly and put the quarterback down.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Locke going to throw. This is caught. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal. Locke now on 3rd and goal. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 25 yards out. And McManus able to put it through. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Like 50. Like 50.
From the 31, Carr. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The former first-round pick, Kareem Jackson, there defensively.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Go.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and inches, Lock, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Lock going to try and throw on 3rd down. And able to find Conley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Lock now, 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Here's Lock. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 6-0 our score after 1. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, Lock's going to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the 1st down.
Go now. 15 line. 15 line. Watch the air.
This quick pass complete to Sutton. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
On 2nd and 7, Lock. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better? Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On play action, now Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Lock now, closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the draw. Lindsey. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Ready? 18, Gator. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the slant.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves him with 3rd and still 9 to go. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Tried to go draw play out of the gun down here.
Yeah, they tried to spread things out, didn't they? They wanted to move people away from the center of the field, away from the line of scrimmage near the ball, so that the runner could find some space. Unsuccessfully, though.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over. I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
You got it. You got it.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Will find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That was shades of Tennessee volunteer football back in the 80s with Charles Davis coming up from the secondary to make the tackle for a loss.
You mean my teammates doing that, right? Because they would tell you, my coach would say, where's that tape? I want to see that. But how about the complete package there? Not just playing the pass, but being a willing tackler and making a really nice play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. It's caught by Aguilar. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 35.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Carr now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. To throw is Carr. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. Carr now to throw. And this one's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him. Let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch. And he loves that. And he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point up and through. And that will shave one more off this lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. 4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. Now Locke. This is the tight end fair. 7 yards there and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Lock now. Over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. That's caught over the middle by Fant. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, Locke. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They look to throw. It's Locke. This will be caught at about the 5. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Locke again. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos push further out in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Carr to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter, he's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start with a rivalry that has been quite one-sided in recent years, as Pittsburgh is on the road at Cleveland. And they are nearing halftime with the Steelers out in front. Cam Newton's thrown a touchdown pass. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Phillip Rivers, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray, excellent in the victory, as his guys run their mark to 4-2 on the year. In the game you're watching, it's been Drew Lock with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Fighting through, and he's got space. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Now Carr. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Completes it to Aguilar. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here's Locke to throw. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Locke firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Let's go now. 50, plant. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, man.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's second and 9 from the 26. On second down, here's Locke. Caught here by Conley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Clock now to throw. He's got the hook up with Conley. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Let's put that team on the hook.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready? Check. Cross. Shoot.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Let's go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Lock to throw on 2nd down. Able to get this to Gordon. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Locke. Got Gordon open, completes it. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The throw complete here to Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now. Give it to Jacobs. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Oakland. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Throwing his lock on third down. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. They run it with Jacobs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
From the 27, Carr. He'll have a first down past the 40. It's caught by Aguilar. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. They got Colton Miller that time, the first-round pick from 2018. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw, it's Carr. Got his man, it's Williams. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Carr going to throw into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Ready, go.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey, and this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop. Another run by Lindsey. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll go again with Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. On 3rd down, Lindsey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bronco defense comes up big. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but Looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Mariota. And he slings one that's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. From the gun, Mariota. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Mariota. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
They run it here with Gordon. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Denver,